You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, it's still really hard to believe that the GOAT Tom Brady has now retired from the NFL after 22 seasons. We were actually live a couple of days ago when the news officially broke. Tom Brady came out and he had a long statement out there on social media. However, he never thanked the New England Patriots, who he played 20 seasons with and won 6 Super Bowls. And I believe, folks, that the reason why he did that is he is still salty at Bill Belichick for wanting to get rid of him in favor of Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, folks, that didn't happen, but Bill Belichick wanted to happen, and Tom Brady kind of asked that by going to Bob Kraft. And Bob Kraft said, no, you're not getting rid of Tom Brady. And I believe that Brady is never going to forget that. However, we have now finally heard from Bill Belichick on Tom Brady's retirement. Now, Bill Belichick has coached some of the greatest players of all time, namely Lawrence Taylor. But Bill Belichick had this to say about Tom Brady upon his retirement. Check this out on Fox News. Bill Belichick calls Tom Brady the best player in NFL history. Now, guys, Belichick is not the kind of person that's going to heap praise on a player. I remember when Bill Belichick, I believe they were about to go up against J.J. Watt in his prime. And prime J.J. Watt was all-time great, okay? And there was comparisons to Lawrence Taylor. And Bill Belichick just immediately came out and said, I'm not putting anybody in the class of Lawrence Taylor. He said that. Now, could he have just been talking about, defensive players? Possibly. But we know at the time, Bill Belichick had Tom Brady on the team. And I don't believe that he would have heaped any kind of praise like that on Tom Brady while they're playing. Because Bill Belichick treats the number one player just like the 52nd player on the roster. And Tom Brady, over time, we even saw it at the end of his tenure in New England. He said that he wanted more respect for what he's done. Not in those exact words, but Bill Belichick was never going to give him that until he retired. So this is a statement that Bill Belichick put out here. And this is from the Patriots Twitter account. The ultimate competitor statement from Bill Belichick on Tom Brady. It says this, quote, I am privileged to have drafted and coached Tom Brady, the ultimate competitor and winner. No doubt about that. Tom's humble beginning in professional football ultimately ended with him becoming the best player in NFL history. Tom consistently performed at the highest level against competition that always made him the number one player to stop. His pursuit of excellence was inspirational. Tom was professional on and off the field and carried himself with class, integrity, and kindness. I thank Tom for his relentless pursuit of excellence and positive impact on me and the New England Patriots for 20 years. Bill Belichick on the retirement of Tom Brady. So, guys, what do you think of this statement from Bill Belichick heaping this kind of praise on Tom Brady? And he probably knew that Tom Brady was the GOAT of GOATs in NFL history years ago. But there was no way in the world he could actually come out and say that. I mean, Bill Belichick has been around the NFL, if I'm not mistaken, since the 1970s. So he has seen many great players. Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Brett Favre, Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Dan Marino, Peyton Manning. He coached against Peyton Manning. I mean, this is a guy that had so much respect for Peyton Manning. And we talked about this on the live stream when it was 4th and 2. I believe this was the 2009 season. The Patriots were on their 20-yard line or something like that. And it was 4th and 2. And he refused to punt the ball and give the ball back to Peyton Manning. And they didn't convert. And he had Tom Brady. But he had, like I said, he has coached many of the greatest players of all time, and Peyton Manning is definitely up there. Now, Peyton Manning, what really separates him and Tom Brady, I believe they were pretty close, in the regular season. But the postseason, it was Tom Brady by a mile, and it wasn't even close, folks. Not even really close. I don't believe anybody has the postseason resume of Tom Brady. And 20 years ago, if you told somebody that you would actually say this guy is better than Joe Montana and it's not really close, you would have thought, nah, man, that's crazy. This has to be a joke. This guy has 7 Super Bowls. You would say, nah, man, that has to be a joke. Nobody would have thought of that in the year 2000, the 199th pick. Now, when I saw Tom Brady play in that 2001 season, I was like, man, there's something different about this guy. Even I didn't even know at that time that he would be considered the greatest of all time. Now, Peyton Manning, when he came in the league, there was a lot of hype for him. They were like, he is the next great quarterback. And he was. He was. No doubt about it. But nobody saw Tom Brady coming. I'm not even sure Bill Belichick saw Tom Brady coming. But Bill Belichick, there's reports out there that him and his staff thought they were about to get fired at the beginning of that 2001 season because they were 5-11 in 2000, and then they were 0-2. The word was that those guys were thinking that we got to pack our bags because Bob Kraft is getting rid of us. We're losing games. And then Drew Bledsoe gets hurt. And then the rest is history. Tom Brady wins that Super Bowl that year. And then he just never stops, folks. Never stops. The man has played 22 seasons. Now, he's only played really 20 seasons. In those 20 seasons, because in 2008 season, he got hurt. He was out for the season. Of course, he didn't play in 2000. 20 seasons. The man has went to 10 Super Bowls. 10. So half of the seasons he played, he was in the Super Bowl. And I believe this is with Super Bowl 56. Tom Brady has been in almost 20% of all the Super Bowls since the Super Bowl was implemented. I mean, this is the kind of legacy that we're talking about. And Bill Belichick even recognizes that. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.